Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you guys are new here, welcome, and if you guys haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button right there, right in the corner. And today I'm going to sit down with the legendary Mother Eyricka Lanvin from the hit show Legendary on HBO Max. So I cannot wait to dive into this because I wanted to see and know her reaction on everything that has transpired on the show Legendary and what her thoughts and opinions are and what the real deal behind the scenes was. I also am going to take some comments from you guys. I posted a question on my community tab, and I'm going to pick a few comments from there and to let you guys in on our interview as well. And this is going to be good. This is going to be juicy. We're going to talk about her causes, what she wants to do in the future, and obviously the thing that has been floating around, which is hashtag justice for Lanvin, for them to raise 100K for them not winning. And we're just gonna see how that has transpired and what people think about it and what she thinks about those people that think about it, and just everything. It's just gonna be an overall fun interview because I just really am impressed with Ericka and the work and the looks and just everything that she has contributed to the show and to ballroom in general. And it's just gonna be fun. So you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy the interview. Okay, first and foremost, thank you so much, Ericka, for sitting down with me.
You're so welcome. I'm happy to be here.
The first question I wanted to ask, how was filming Legendary?
Filming Legendary was an experience because, well, it was a good experience for me at times because I got to meet some great people and I got to bond more with my children. The competing aspect of it, I'm not really into that, but honey, I had to put my ballroom on because I know what we was there for. But overall, it was a good experience.
I sat down with Legendary Balmain for a reaction and review of one of the episodes, and even on one of the comments in one of the episodes, basically that you just come out and don't do anything. How would you respond to that?
What I would say to Gravity Balmain, that's the one that said that, what I would say is, that's so not true. The world saw the work, my hard work. Everyone knows that I'm no dancer. I'm a beauty fashion girl. But they see the work that in the drive I had. They see I got on that stage each ball and I put my all into it. And the world sees that. So Gravity's comment didn't mean anything to me because I think I did more than he did. I won some cash on the show.
Before coming on the show, what did it take for you to prepare to get on this show?
Well, I had to prepare myself mentally and physically because I knew what it was calling for. They was looking for a Vogue show. I'm not a Voguer once again, but I knew I have to do this if I want to take my children far because I knew how bad they wanted it. So I put myself on a quick little diet so I could get into some type of shape and tone. And physically, I just sat back and I watched a lot of ball tapes and I studied and I studied and I studied one girl. I studied Sanaya because I was like, if I'm going Vogue, I'm going to do what Sanaya do because I want to feel like a symphony. So once I felt like I was comfortable enough, I gave them the okay. I agreed to do it, and it was on from there.
Throughout all of the episodes, what was your favorite episode?
My favorite episode would have to be the episode, was it 4? Intergalactic? No, it was 6. Intergalactic. When we brought you the high fashion aliens. I love that. We had to prove something that night because the week before at the Remember the Time Tour is when we were in the bottom with the House of Ebony. So I'm like, we have to prove ourselves next tour, and we got on stage and we outdid ourselves that night.
And personally, one of my favorite looks from you was when you did the bald head. The whole African, like, it was just the whole...
That was one of my favorite looks, the African look with the bald head. That was my favorite look, but my favorite episode of performance was episode 6.
I don't know why, but my favorite episode from you was when you first really came out and with the red, and you just gave. I was just like, yes.
You know what? A lot of people love that episode right there.
It was so good because it just made me go, okay, she's ready to compete. She's ready to come and play.
That night, that was the very first night. I was so nervous getting up on that stage that night. I don't know if people was able to tell, but inside I was shaking. I was like, hurry up, do it fast, let's get it over with, let's get off the stage. Oh my God.
You honestly were really, really good. If you made me know it, I was like, okay, she's ready to come and compete and to play and to take this coin. Like, that's just exactly what it was to me. I was like, okay, she's ready. Seeing everything in hindsight, and obviously just getting renewed for a season 2, what would you want the producers, directors from Legendary on HBO Max to know and to make the ballroom lifestyle and look where it needs to be?
I would like for the producers and directors to be more authentic. I feel like the show was not authentic at all. I know you can go to a ball and you can win one night and come to the next ball and lose, but you always get a chance to come back the next ball and redeem yourself. On the show, once you lose, you out the door. And I think that they should change the voting system, how they vote, because I feel like for a house that has really put in more work than any of the other houses, to make it all the way to the end and not be crowned the winners, I felt like that was kind of wrong. Not taking anything away from the House of Balmain, because I know they were good. They were the only other good house there to me. I knew they were competition, but I feel like we did more throughout the whole season. So I didn't understand how they just let us just go, and that was just it. Another thing, I feel like they should have more ballroom judges, if I could say that. More people from the ballroom that literally live the lifestyle and understand the lifestyle. You have to understand the culture in order to judge it.
Let's get into some of my subscriber comments. And I asked my subscribers that I'm going to be sitting down with you, and I asked them if they have any questions for you. They said, I have a question for Mother Eyricka. Does she regret not picking the House of Balmain for the Super House Showdown?
No, not at all, because I knew Balmain was the only other good house there. And me, I'm ballroom from the door. Like, I probably have had more experience than anybody that was on the show in ballroom, because I've been in ballroom for over 20 years. So I know myself, I'm a good competitor. Like, I want to battle the best. I don't want to battle somebody that I know is going to come out there and give a lackluster performance. The House of Balmain, to me, was one of the best houses there besides my house. So I said, why not both of us team up with two of the weakest houses, and let's create a mega team.
I was actually sitting on the couch with Jamari, and we were reviewing that episode, and I was just like, and that's when he was like, that was a big mistake for you. Like, that was a big mistake. And I was just like, and I looked, and I would just like turn to him, and I was just like, no. And I was like, you have to understand, this is the ballroom. And if I was, if I was in that mode, and I think I was in your head too, because I was like, bitch, if I'm gonna win, I'm gonna want to beat the best. Like, I'm gonna want to go for it. Like, this is what it is, bitch. I'm the cream de la creme, bitch, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna beat you fair and square. This ain't no.
Because I knew that the House of Balmain, they the house that would bring it out of us. Like, they would make us want to do our best, just like we're gonna make them want to do their best. So, like, let's not team up. Let's pick these two houses that's kind of weaker than us, and let's take them under our wing, and let's create mega houses, period. And let's battle it out on the floor.
So another subscriber asks, good afternoon, Valerie. I was wondering if you could ask her how long did it take for the House of Lanvin to execute their concept for the balls? Their outfits, visuals were always above the rest. Thank you so much.
Between each ball, we always had 2 days to get everything together. Looks, choreo, music. That's not enough time to get anything together, especially not in real ballroom. But this is how we did it. I took care of all the looks for my house, and then I had Carlos, Pack Rat, and they were the choreographers. So they put together the work. We got everything done. We always would be, we was the house that practiced from the time of filming. We would, after filming, we would start practicing around 10 o'clock at night. We won't finish until about 5, 6 in the morning. So we were not getting no rest. Ooh. But we knew we were there for a purpose, and we knew we had to do that. With the costumes and the looks, that comes easy to me. Like, I'll just do some research. I'll create a vision board real quick, and I'll just bring it to my children. I'm like, this is what we're going to do. They always be like, listen, we trust your opinion on the looks, so let's just do it. And I'll take it to the wardrobe team, and they'll create it.
Another subscriber asked, "Hello, beautiful queens. I wanted to know how did you and your house get casted on the show? Much love."
I'm not too sure how the casting went for the show. I know I was just called by my house that we're going to be on the show, and we need you to come on, as mother, because we need a parent. And I said, explain to me about the show. They explained to me it's HBO. Once I heard HBO, I said, let's do it, baby. Why not?
So the last question that I picked was, they said, which houses does Ericka want to see on season 2 to show their talents?
I would like to see the house of Revlon. I would like to see the house of Balenciaga. I would like to see the house of Miyake Mugler. I would like to see the house of Prodigy. I would like to see the house of Tishi. I would like to see the house of Margiela. I would like to see the house of Mizrahi. And one more house that I would like to see. I would like to see them let the West redeem themselves.
If you were to talk to the new houses that are going to come on season 2, what information and what pointers would you give these new houses that are on season 2?
Well, I would most definitely tell them this. As you're choosing if you get picked to be on the show, as you're choosing your team, choose a versatile team. Don't choose a team full of vulgars. Choose a team that you think can do multiple things. Because the show are not just about voguing. You see, they have runway, and each person has to walk these categories. It's not like you could say, oh, well, we're not going to walk that. No, you have to walk these categories in order to move on. So choose a team that's versatile. Choose your all-star team that can do it all. Another thing, once you are there on the show, practice. Don't get caught up in the mode of just, I'm filming, I'm on TV, I'm doing this. No, baby, because you will get so comfortable to the point you will get comfortable, and you'll get on the stage, and you got one chance to miss that one step, and that could be your way out the door. So practice, keep a family bond, stay close-knit, because if you're not going to be successful if y'all there arguing and fighting with each other. Of course, families go through what they go through, but also remember that y'all are there for a goal. Y'all are there for the bigger picture. So don't let it get the best of you, because we seen that happen on the show with the House of Gorgeous Gucci. So I'll just say, think wisely, think smart, and you'll do good.
When you're picking a team, do you think that Legendary on HBO Max is the true essence of ballroom, or they just categorize, they just focus more so on the dancing and aspect of things?
I feel like HBO Max, they commercialize ballroom. It's not the actual culture. It's the people from the culture, but the way they edit and the way they create the categories and how they judge the categories. It's commercialized. It's for television. So you have to have that mindset too. When you go on the show, it's for TV. It may not be fair, and it may not work out in my way, but be here for this. This is what we signed on for. That's one thing that I forgot, that I was forgetting while I was there. Because I was so ballroom, and I'm so authentic in what I do. So I started forgetting that it's TV, and I was saying, why am I even battling them? They're not on my level. And it's not that, bitch. You here for the show. So HBO, they commercialize it.
Would you want them to less commercialize it, or would you want them to be more authentic during filming?
I think they should be more authentic during filming. Let the people be real. Let the people be them.
Got you.
It would. I mean, the show was good. It was a good show to watch. It was very good to watch. But I think some people would appreciate it more.
What exactly would you want to see to create the season to be more authentic?
Show like more behind the scenes stuff. When the girls are going through it, when the girls are arguing, when the girls are crying because the effect didn't come out right. When I think show that type of stuff. Let's show how we can prepare leading up to the ball, because that's real.
Watching Legendary on HBO Max, you shared your story. How did you feel about sharing your personal experience with you being, incarcerated and you going through the traumatic experience that you did? Was that something that you thought that you were going to share, or was it just in the moment?
Well, it was just in the moment for me, because at that moment they didn't show it on TV. We were already talking about something. Well, me and my children and I was already talking about something to that sort. But they didn't show that on TV. They just showed my part. But in that moment, in that conversation, I felt like I wanted to tell my children how my experience was in prison. Like, I wanted to let that out right there. And I felt like it was a good thing that I did that, because a platform like that would show the world and show the people like what girls like myself can go through if they were ever incarcerated in a men's facility. So I felt like that was a good time to say it, and I'm happy I did say it, because it reached and it touched a lot of people.
What would you like to say to your house now?
So all 4 of my children, I've never stressed this more. I would like to let them know that I am super proud of them. I have no disappointments. I'm just so proud of what they have done and what they are doing now. My children is very passionate, and I love them, and this is their craft, this is their work, and they take it very seriously. And I just want to let them know I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them forever.
Some people don't know, so kind of, educate people. As far as the houses, there's more than 5 people in the House of Lanvin. Like, how many people, and are there other chapters of the House of Lanvin?
The House of Lanvin is global. We have chapters in each city, each state. We have chapters out the country. The House of Balmain is very big. We were just only 5 members from a chapter that went to the show.
How do you get in a house?
This is my suggestion for anybody that wants to join a house. I say you go out and you meet people and you get to know these people. Don't just jump into a house because the house is hot right then and there, because you're not gonna get your life. Just because the house is hot, don't just say I'm going there. No, get to know these people, grow a bond with them. Probably go out with them, scope them out first before you make your final decision. Because you could get into this house thinking that everything that glitters is not gold. That's number one. You could get into this house thinking that all these people is gonna push me, and you will gag, because you'll come to the ball and they're not worried about you, they worried about themselves. And they could just look at you like you walking out and move on. You don't want that. You want support behind you. You want a team behind you. You want a family behind you. You want your family to call you outside of ballroom and see how you're doing that day. So I feel like anybody that wants to join a house, go out, meet these people, these house people, whatever house that you choose or you're thinking of. Meet some of the kids from the house or some of the founders or the parents. Hang out with them for a sec before you make your decision.
During the elimination process of Legendary, which house do you think had an unfair elimination?
An unfair elimination, I would have to say the House of West. It was very unfair to me because I feel like Wilma voted Jamari down. I'm being real. She voted him down. The House of Balmain was supposed to go home that night, but for some reason, HBO had other plans for them. So I don't know.
Speaking about HBO had other plans for them, do you think it was a setup?
I wouldn't be the only person that think it was a setup. So the world just think it was a setup. The world was like, well, baby, was they in cahoots with HBO Max? How? No one understands how. And I don't know what to say about that, because I kind of think the same thing. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But then I've heard some things behind the scenes that the show started with them over in California anyway. And they had to bring it over to us because they needed to add more people in order to gain those viewers. Because with just them, it wouldn't work. So, you know, it's a lot of theories out here in the streets, but it is what it is.
What words would you have for the House of Balmain?
I would like to say to the House of Balmain, continue doing what you do. Your work is good. Your work was great to me. That was the house that I looked at and be like, bitch, they turned it. Oh my God, they are Jamari's mind is just like so like creative to me, and I love a creative mind. But I knew that was the house I needed to watch out for. So it was given very, I don't see y'all. I'm on this side with my children, so we got to create like I know y'all going to create. So let's just play it like that. But other than that, the House of Balmain, they great. They are amazing to me.
So did they deserve the 100K and the Legendary Trophy?
No, they didn't deserve the 100K and the Legendary Trophy. Not to me. I don't think they deserved it. Honestly, I'm being real. I don't think they deserve the 100K and the Legendary Trophy because I feel like the House of Lanvin, we did more. We did more. Y'all crowned us 4 times out of 9. There were 8 houses. You do the math. We won half the show. We won the most money on the show. I won 5. Carlos won 5. Pack Rat won 5. I just don't get it. Like, I don't think they deserved it, but like I'm gonna continue saying HBO Max had a plan.
And speaking about them not deserving it, you started a hashtag Justice for Lanvin. And
Yes.
well, your house did. And elaborate a little bit more about that and the cause of that.
We kept seeing after the show was finished, getting emails, like inboxes and like everyone tagging us from all around the world, telling us we were wrong. Y'all were wrong. Y'all were wrong. At first we wasn't wrong. Everybody got to see our work. Everybody noticed us. Everybody said we should have been the winners, which we knew that. But we kept seeing this, the House of Balmain was wrong. Justice for the House of Balmain everywhere, on Twitter, everywhere. It was crazy. So we came up with this concept. We said, okay, since y'all think that we got robbed and y'all think that we deserve the 100K, so let's just set up this fundraiser, and let's see if we can raise the 100K from all these people that's saying that we got robbed and we deserve the 100K. So we put up this fundraiser up, and the link is in all our bios on IG, and we just trying to see if we can beat that goal of 100K. And by us reaching this goal, it can help us financially to continue the slave band.
So when you reach this goal, you want to put that money into what exactly?
Well, when we reach the goal, the money would be for us, help us out financially with putting on shows and creating things for our fans. We want to put the money right back into the community.
Everyone is very territorial, so everyone has House of Lanvin fans, House of Balmain fans, House of West, House of Ninja, all these fans, right? So when people started seeing the hashtag float around, Justice for Lanvin, House of Balmain fans were saying that you guys were bitter or that you guys just can't take losing. What words would you say to those people that had negative things to say about your cause?
Well, I would just say, I commend them. They true riders for the House of Balmain. I mean, I like loyal people because our fans would say the same thing about the House of Balmain if the shoe was on the other foot. So they riding with the Balmain, and that's what they should do. But it's not that we're sore losers. We know the work we put in. Y'all know the work we put in. Everyone's seen it. Come on. We were cheated. We were most definitely wrong. So let's be real.
What words would you like to say to Jamila, Deshawn, Leomi, and behind the scenes, Jack Gorgeous Gucci?
To the 4 judges, which was Jamila, Megan, Leomi, and Law. I love me some Law. because no shade, Law was Team Lanvin from day one. And when we fucked up, he made sure he let us know, I don't see it. And y'all know what y'all can do, so don't do that. He kept it the most real to me. I would love to see him back. I would love to see him back. And don't change, Law. Be yourself and continue letting the girls have it, because you were the Simon Cowell of the show. And to Megan, I think she needs to do a little more research on the ballroom, because when the girls are voting down for their life, I don't want to hear you say, I don't know what y'all just did, but it was sexy, so I'm going to go with her. No, girl, the category is not sexy. It's vote. You got to pick the vote. So I think she should do more research. Naomi was a good judge. She was good because she was ballroom and she knew what she was looking for. Sometimes she could get a little funny sound, but it was Naomi and it was ballroom, so you can't take that away. Jamila, I don't know. It's just her. I don't know. It's something about her I just was not here for. I don't know. I can't even comment on her. Deshawn was great. I need them next season when Deshawn's commentating to make the commentation sound like it's on the beat, because it didn't sound like that as we were filming it. It's like he sounds great as we were filming, but when you watch him on TV, it sound like he wasn't catching the beats. And anybody behind production did a great job. I want them, when they editing the next season, show more of the battles, show more of the performances. Don't keep going back and forth from the performance to the back of the stage. Like, we don't want to see backstage. We want to see these performances. We want to see what we came and paid to watch this show for. That's what I would tell them.
I heard that Jamila was the one to actually make this happen.
Thank you, Jamila. If you ever see this, thank you for that. You gave us an opportunity, because like ballroom been so like underground and looked over for so long. We have a lot of culture vultures out there that will come to the ballroom, see the style that we're giving in our delivery, and they'll take it and use it over where they're from. Instead of like include the culture, include the people that you learned this stuff from, that you've seen this stuff from. So Jamila, thank you for giving us that opportunity to showcase where it's really from.
As far as the culture vultures were concerned that you just mentioned, when people are starting to look at ballroom as the big phenomenon that it is, and they want to develop content and they want to develop shows, what would you suggest to them? 2 things that you would suggest to those people that want to produce something that's ballroom related.
I'll say, number 1, the most important thing is to always bring someone from the ballroom, a figure from the ballroom that knows the ballroom, that has a long and big history in the ballroom. Bring them on as a consultant. Make sure you have them behind the scenes, letting you know, this goes that way, this goes this way. This is how we do this, and this is what we don't do. So you will be successful in what you're trying to put together. That's it. That's the most important thing right there.
And as far as stuff that's a content and shows that are already out, like Pose, and there was documentaries coming out, what do you think about the show Pose? And how do you think that, it did it touch on the reality of ballroom?
I love Pose. Pose gave us the chance to... Pose gave us a glimpse of the beginning of times with ballroom. Like, Pose gave us a glimpse of homelessness, family abandonment. They gave us a glimpse on the HIV/AIDS epidemic. They just gave us the real, like really what happened and what went on and what's still going on to this day. That's Pose is going to always be number 1, because they are the real. As to where shows like Legendary, like I said before, it's more commercialized, but it still shows you that chosen families are very important to this day. And those 2 shows right there, like, great.
For future references and putting stuff in the air into the stars, would you like to be considered for a role on Pose?
Most definitely.
Right?
Oh my God, I would love to have me a role on Pose. I can read lines, baby.
What would your role be on Pose?
I need my own house. I want to come for the House of Windsor and just come up there and just bring it and tell the story of the culture. Help tell the story of the culture.
Anyone in ballroom that you looked up to?
I looked up to a lot of girls in ballroom that came before me. Most importantly, right now, Jack is my my ultimate everything because he is so business savvy. Like, I love everything about that, and that's my passion. This is what I want to do. Like, the girls that I looked up to a lot of the beauties like Shanice, Tempress, Dee Dee, like the beauties. Like, I just love to see strikingly beautiful girls. From my generation, even girls from my generation, I looked up to them as well because I'm like, bitch, she's gorgeous. Like, I love striking beauties like you, the Michele's, the Courtneys, like, y'all are my generation. And I was like, okay, that bitch gonna make me bring it. Like, I stuff like that is inspiration to me. And yeah, I just love the beauties.
Likewise, by the way, likewise. As far as family goes, what was your family's reaction, or if any, to the show and you watching you on Legendary?
Oh my God, my family is the worst. I mean, each time the show come on, they calling my phone. I can't even watch the show. They calling me like, that judge is not telling the truth. Oh my God, don't. My family is so ratchet, but I love it. It's ratchet in a good way because they always protect me and they have my back for anything, no matter what, right or wrong. But my family watched the show. They love every bit of it. They will call me and start naming the people on the show. I'm like, how do you even know them? It's like, what? I don't get it. But they love the show. They love the show. And they was just super proud of me. From where I came from to what I'm doing now, they just like, girl, keep doing it. And we got your back 100%. We're going to ride this out with you, baby.
As far as what Ericka has planned, and like I said, I'm a big believer in speak it, put it in the atmosphere, and let it happen. Like, what projects do you want to start? What things do you want to do? What stuff do you want to get going? Like, let me know. Let the world know.
I got so many plans. It's just so many. First of all, we just said it. I need me a role on Pose. Let's manifest that. Get me a role on Pose. I have some work coming up that I can't speak about right now because contract-wise. But I'm looking to do more television, much more television. And the people will be seeing me really soon, very soon. I'm
good.
Actually going to make this a career.
And I honestly have nothing but high hopes for you. You are definitely going to do that, and you're going to rock it out, and you're going to represent women, trans women of color in particular. Show up, show out, and let it be known.
That's right.
You know, and you're going to make it. Yes. And you're going to make it far. And I'm going to be here to support you throughout your journey, and I'm going to cheer you on because that's just what I do, you know. I'm here for my sisters.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
This is the end of the interview. I thank you so much again for coming on and sharing your experience, sharing your knowledge, sharing your words, your visions. Again, thank you so much, Ericka.
You're welcome. I'm so happy to be here. You guys, amazing. I watch all y'all reactions and I love them. Your friend, the one that be with you, I love him because he lets you. He have his pen and he like, I don't see it. I live. Thank you guys for having me. Anytime y'all want more, I'm here to give you more, girl. Just reach out.
Right. I'm going to list all of your social medias down in the description box below so you guys can check her out. So make sure you guys go check her out, follow her, comment, and, you know, support her. And again, Thank you, Ericka.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye, babes. Okay, you guys, so that is the end of our interview. I hope you guys did like it. It was fun. It was juicy. I just loved all of the information that she shared, all of the juicy topics, all of the questions. She did not hold back at all with anything. I loved how authentic she was and just real about every question, and she just, you know, let it be known, shared it, and, you know, it is what it is. This is my thoughts and my opinions and it's okay. And again, you guys, just note that it's not shade. It's not cattiness when answering these questions. It's just one person's perspective. So if you disagree with her, that is totally fine. I just don't condone any negativity on the comments or channel, especially towards my trans sister. So please kind of keep that on the side and on the hush. But anything positive or anything that you just like to say I disagree with, that's totally fine. But harsh comments will not be accepted. But definitely follow her, you guys. I wish her all of luck in her endeavors and everything that she wants to accomplish in life, because I believe that she can do it. And you guys, let me know if you guys want me to sit down with Legendary Balmain, which is the house father of the House of Balmain that won the 100K, to get his reaction to this interview and what his thoughts and opinions are. I also start up a segment on my channel called LSS, Legend, Statements, and Stars, and Some Icons. And I'm going to list the last one right here up in the corner somewhere. And every month I'm going to pick a influential icon, legend, statement, or star in the ballroom scene for you guys to get a better insight on what real ballroom culture is, because ballroom is not all just Vogue. It's not all just dance. It's more than that. It's their real stories. It's their real authentic truths. It's the real living life situations. And it is a lifestyle that a lot of people have gone through in the LGBTQIA community. So definitely check out my segments on LSS, you guys. This was such a fun interview, and I cannot wait for the next one. And down in the comment section below, list your thoughts, opinions, any inquiries, any things that you want to know about, and all of the juicy details down in the comment section, because I want to know what you guys thought about this interview. And obviously hit the subscribe button right there, right on the corner. And like always, you guys, life is your vision, and it is whatever you make it, as long as you make it freaking fabulous. Until the next one, you guys. Bye.